Hello everyone, and welcome to Retro Brick Reviews, where today I am very excited to be bringing you my in-depth analysis of LEGO Harry Potter set number 75979, Hedwig. This large-scale LEGO recreation of everyone's favorite snowy owl will include 630 pieces, one minifigure, and one minifigure-scaled owl. In most of the world, it will release on June 1st, 2020. However, if you live in the US, as I do, it won't be releasing until either July 1st or August 1st, where it will be a Barnes & Noble exclusive. And when the set releases, it will retail for about $40 US, 35 Great British Pounds, or 40 Euro, depending on where you live. And in my opinion, this is a fantastic-looking set, but the box art is not good at all. And I feel as though that's the main thing that's been turning people off of this set, because this angle is just atrocious. But if we move to the main set picture, yeah, that's much better. It's just on the box, you can only see one side of Hedwig's face, and in my opinion, it just looks really bad. But if you can see both sides of her face, I think she looks very cute and very accurate. But going away from the main owl build for a second and starting with the stand, it has a primarily brown and gold color scheme, but around the base you do have some transparent red and yellow highlights for the Gryffindor colors, and in my opinion, that just looks so nice. This is such an ornate design for a stand, and much better than, for example, the Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series stands, which in my opinion just look quite bad most of the time. Just black and bland, and in a lot of places not even fully finished. This is just so much better than that. It is angled back, and you can see that Hedwig is carrying a Hogwarts letter, and that uses 3 stickers to create the envelope, but I'm fine with that. And the set does have one more sticker, which is for the nameplate for Hedwig at the base of the base. But yeah, I feel as though the letter is attached in the right place, and the claws just going over that create quite a nice look. You can also see right behind the nameplate at the bottom of the base, a jumper stud, which I believe is to allow you to attach on the minifigure stand with Harry and Hedwig to the main build if you so wish. And we'll get to that little mini stand later. But for Hedwig, you can see that there is a crank, and that will allow you to flap her wings, which you can tell is a feature just by how much Technic is under those wings, but luckily, the majority of it is hidden away quite well, and even what is there is mostly just using whites, blacks, and grays, so it works well, with the exception of a small blue Technic pin on each side, which is unfortunate, but also unavoidable since those parts are color-locked. Yeah. Moving to a straight side view, you can get a better look at all of Hedwig's feather details on the wings, as well as the side, as well as how the stand works with the gearbox. You have several different layers for both the wing feathers and tail feathers, and you can just get a better look at the side of Hedwig's head with some feathers at the back, as well as a better look at her metallic gold-printed eyes. To be clear, those are on black pieces with some very good metallic gold printing. Showing Hedwig from more of a back view, you can just get the full look at just those wonderfully designed tail feathers, which are all tiled off. There are studs showing elsewhere on the body, but I feel as though overall they don't detract from the look all that much. You have just so many good feather details. A lot of black parts are used, which, again, just works very well for the color scheme, and this just looks fantastic. On the body, under the wings, you can see that there is a small bit of Technic showing, with that main four-pronged piece, I believe, is what will just push the wings into flapping. And I'm very excited to see how that feature looks in person, since considering how much Technic went into this, and just in general how much design work goes into LEGO sets, I imagine it will be very good, since these Harry Potter sets so far have had a very high quality to them overall. And yeah, I'm very excited to get that feature and try it out for myself when I get the set and get it built. And then just looking at Hedwig from a direct top-down perspective, again, it is just such a beautiful design. There is a little bit of Technic showing from the top, but I think it fits in with the color scheme. It doesn't detract at all. It's fine. I guess if I had to have one complaint with the actual design, it would be that at the edges of the wings, where you have the extra feathers attached with hinges, there are some slight gaps there which, while pretty much unavoidable, do look a little bit off. But that's really it for my issues with this set aesthetically. This is a beautiful display piece, and I am very excited to get my hands on it. Moving on to the figures, we get one actual figure, which is Harry Potter, as well as the standard flying Hedwig. Starting with that Hedwig, this piece appears in several other sets, but this is one of the cheaper to include it. The cheapest is the upcoming Polybag with Harry and Hedwig in the Great Hall, but this is the cheapest retail set. That is a really great piece, where you have a slightly redesigned owl with a larger beak and eyes, but then the main difference is that you have the outstretched wings with some very good feather molding, and it just looks wonderful in my opinion. And she is perched on a stand, because, well, this new owl design isn't really accurate to actual flying owls, as aforementioned. This really is just pretty much just a perched owl with the wings outstretched. So, not really a flying Hedwig like the set is. But I'm fine with that, since it is a really cute piece still. The Harry figure is exclusive to this set for that torso print, which is a really great one, since it is based on a very specific shot and scene from the Philosopher's Stone / Sorcerer's Stone movie, which is a very iconic one, where it's the scene where Harry has Hedwig perched on his arm, and then she flies off. And that, it's great to get that print. You have the scarf draped around the neck, around the front, with the tails that'll be coming down the back. You have the robes clasped tightly over his uniform, although you do see a bit of the uniform poking through. And he's wearing some blue gloves, which again are accurate to the scene and a very nice touch. Oh, and he also gets a dark brown wand, of course, and the face print is the same one we've been getting for all the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets era Harry figures since 2018. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about this set. I mean, there isn't much more to say than I think it looks really good. I'm excited to see how the feature plays out, and I'm very excited for it. In terms of price to part ratio, this set has a really good value there, where it's over 600 pieces for $40. That's fantastic. And just going off of that, you could say that they could be charging $60 for this set, but in terms of value, like as an actual build, there's no way this would be worth 60 or even 50. So I feel so 40 is probably the best price for this set. And luckily that's the price the set is, so yeah. And, yeah, there isn't really that much else to say. It's really good. I'm excited to get it. I think it's a good price. I like the figure. I guess the only thing to say is that since this sort of buildable character design has kind of become a sub-theme in LEGO Star Wars, where it started with the UCS R2-D2, then a few years later they did BB-8 to go with him, but then they did the Porg, then we got Yoda, now we're getting Dio. So, and apparently later this year we'll be getting the child from The Mandalorian. So, yeah, I just hope this becomes a theme in LEGO Harry Potter. I think if it does, then since next year we'll see the release of the third Fantastic Beasts film, I think it's very likely that the next one of these they would do for a buildable creature would be a Niffler, which I think would just be absolutely adorable. I don't want to say I'm the biggest fan of the Niffler, but I really like it. I think it's a very cute and well-designed creature, and I would love to have a buildable Niffler in this scale. But that's a bit off topic. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one, which should be coming very soon. But thanks for watching, and this is Retro Brick Reviews, signing